Warning: the following audio podcast may include language of an adult, nonsensical, repetitive, and quite frankly, moronic nature. On the plus side, if you watch the video version, you get to see two sexy motherfuckers. Enjoy the show.
And now, coming to you live from the tri-state area and San Francisco, California, it's the best part of Wednesday, Waffle Box, with your hosts, Mike Fish and Kush Hayes.
Welcome to Waffle Box, the podcast where we talk about anything, everything, and nothing all at the same time. Coming up in episode 139, Harry Styles got Stan. We talk about the plane ride from hell. Land of Bad gets Kush's movie review treatment. I can already tell you 0 out of 5 for originality of that title, and much, much more. I am Mike Fish, and I am joined, as always, by the main man from San Fran. It's Mr. Kush. Hey, it's Kush. Hey, everybody.
What's good, y'all? Kush Hayes here. 139 episodes? It's the original Waffle Box, the People's Podcast. You have no substitutes. It is the best part of Wednesdays. Coming to you all the way from the future home of Super Bowl 60. We love you because you do this. We do this because we love you. And et cetera, et cetera. Again, yeah. Wow, I tripped hard. Like, just went, face into the dirt.
Could have got away with it.
Producer Lathan, I don't even care how you're doing. That's how hard I botched.
Oh, Lathan, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing very well, actually, Kush. So I was checking out my Twitter account, and I noticed that I've now got an AI-generated face. Who knew I was such a good-looking fella?
Right, you're welcome. You're welcome, buddy.
Sure. I did see that photo, and he looks like the nerd in like bikini car wash, dude. Like he's all Poindextered out, but then the hot chick realizes that he's really a good guy and actually likes her for her, so she fucks him at the end, and it's all like stylized and backlit and whatever. But now he's no longer a Poindexter. The glasses are gone. The bow tie.
Yeah. He's got contacts now. He's changed his game.
All ripped and manly, and just plowing the shit out of her.
And he's got like a 12-inch dick.
Who would in the Cinemax movie, so we don't see all that. But that's what's on your mind, buddy.
Well, I'm just thinking for the best. So yeah, congratulations, Lathan. You finally got a face. How you been, Kush? What you been up to?
I'm okay, man. Been a wild weekend. We did 16 hours at the Chase Arena the other day, and it's one of the weirdest shows I've ever been a part of. Where just in a business where we communicate, there was very little communication happening.
Sound like a really boring movie trailer.
In a business where we communicate.
I suppose it was pretty mundane.
Rob Schneider forgot to communicate.
Oh no. Rob Schneider is the communicator.
Rob Schneider in the anti-trans rights.
Oh, did you not? Have you not? Oh, you're not on Twitter anymore, are you? Yeah. If you go on Rob Schneider's Twitter account, Jesus.
Really?
The boy has a lot of
anti-trans rights. I know he's gotten a little political these days because he doesn't really do nothing else. But
he's gone so far to the right, he's about to fall off the flat Earth that he believes in.
That's weird because he's from Pacifica, California, which is literally a stone's throw to the south of me, and it's a little beach town. And while it's not like it's kind of as rednecky as San Francisco kind of gets, but like, yeah, it's weird. It's very weird.
Bless him.
Maybe rednecky is wrong, but all right, maybe we need to redo this math then. All I'm saying is that's weird that again, Rob Schneider he's better than that. What's wrong with you, dude? I don't get a lot of things, but rights is rights.
Maybe that screw loose finally fell out, and he
happens. It could happen.
What's been up in the world? TikTok. Oh,
that's still a thing?
It's the thing. So yeah, if you don't know, I live in a household where someone watches a lot of TikTok videos. Okay. So which means I listen to a lot of TikTok videos.
And they're short, so you're hearing like hundreds of these a day.
Oh. But apparently, so there's a lot of people on TikTok that do cooking. They cook for TikTok, right? They do their little recipes, and this is me cooking, right? But I don't know whether it's just the algorithm and we're getting the bad ones. but I just feel like every person that does cooking on TikTok, right before they're about to start, the cameraman goes, "All right, are you ready? You ready? Oh, by the way, your puppy got run over. Action!" And it's just like, so look, I got the chicken, and we're gonna just season it, and I'm just gonna cook it for. It just sounds so bored or miserable. It's like, Jesus Christ, where's the charisma? Charisma. There we go.
Charisma.
Oh,
I
it's either
I
that.
I don't know if
Right.
I want to throw you down this rabbit hole, but if you and the wife go on YouTube, go to Your Mom's House or YMH, Christina's TikTok curations. Now this is a segment they do on the Your Mom's House thing, but someone has meticulously collected all of them and put them in separate videos of their own. So they're like, 90 minutes long, whatever. Volumes 1, 2, and 3. It's a lot more unique than just cooking videos. It's the weirdest of the weird and some of the craziest of the crazy. And I I, I know we don't know that well, know each other that well, Mike Fish, but I think you guys are gonna laugh your asses off at this. Just at least one through three. If you want to go to 4 and 5, they're there.
You said they're like 90 minutes each.
Some are longer.
Oh, no, I don't know if I can do that. I don't know.
Well, it's not all just like here's a TikTok, here's a TikTok, here's a TikTok. It's here's a TikTok, and then they react to it and they're like, what the fuck was that? And then here's another, and it's the husband and wife team.
They're reacting to TikTok videos.
Oh yeah. And,
I thought it was just a collection of TikTok videos. So I can't do that.
yes, and the reactions. So like a lot of the times, the husband Tom Segura, very funny guy. On
I know
Netflix.
Tommy G,
Tommy
S,
Buns,
whatever. Tommy Seguras,
yeah, he
very famous Japanese comedian.
Segura.
If you don't know, it's kind of a little homage to one of his bits.
He's resisting a lot during it, and I think you'll appreciate his resistance, Mike. So, like, I think the wife will love Christina's collection, and you'd be like, "What the fuck, bitch?" But then you're gonna get into it too. Like, just try one.
So you're saying they've stole my idea of doing like Tosh.0, but for TikTok?
Yes.
Damn. Well, that could be.
But what they're doing is, even if they were the first to do it, still not original.
Sure. Also, it's either the cooking videos or it's people describing their lives, and these people, for some reason, I don't know whether it's some kind of Tourette's, where it's like a tick, but they have to say the word literally every other word.
Oh, because they don't know what it literally means. They literally don't know what literally means.
So I went to the store and I bought this. It was literally $5, and then I got this. It was literally $2.99, and it just goes on, and I'm just losing my goddamn mind.
Yeah. I'm still on Facebook, as you know, Christopher Hayes. And Facebook is imposing upon me their version of Reels, or maybe they just call it Reels, but they're also like attached to Instagram. So it's like, hey man, I'm already on Instagram. If I want to watch the shit, I'll go to Instagram. But yeah, I've complied the algorithm, so it's now kitten videos and MMA, and maybe some ridiculous motorcycle crashes. So for some reason, the cobalt keeps melting things. But yeah, but at the same time, it's like, hey, this doesn't need to be a section on Facebook. I would really, really, really like to know what's going on in the lives of the people I'm following and friends with.
Oh, that's what I want. Suggested posts piss me off.
Yeah,
it's just one thing. If I want, like when I post something on Instagram, which is very rare, but if I do, and then it goes, do you want us to post it on Facebook? If I wanted it on Facebook, I'd put it on Facebook. But I'm here. So mind your own business, Instagram.
So again, when I post the foreign movie posters, yeah, I'm getting
I keep getting notifications on
Threads.
Yeah, it's like well,
Threads.
If I was on, let me open Threads to see. I don't stop giving me notifications on Instagram about Threads.
Like I said, I post all the foreign movie posters, and I have the Instagram account also for that. So when I post something on Facebook in that manner, like, oh yeah, I would absolutely, yes, this is actually helping me posting it on Instagram. But as we've established, I now have an Instagram account, so I can find other stuff there too. You don't have to keep going back and forth with this. It's too much. It's too much, Zuck.
Is it like a personal Instagram, or is it one you'd want to share and get more people to check it out?
Oh yeah, a lot of people. This is the Kush and Kai at Instagram.
At Kush
I
and
should
Kai.
probably rename it, but yeah, Kush and Kai on Instagram.
Boom. Another thing that I've been getting into on the old Netflix.
Oh, what's on Netflix?
I'm almost ashamed to admit this, but I am obsessed with Love is Blind.
Oh, it's a dating show, right?
It's a dating show where basically a group of women, I think it's 15 women and 15 men, they all live with each other, but obviously the women live in one kind of space and the men, and then they get divvied off and they go into these little booths and they talk to each other through a wall so they can't see each other. And apparently they just miraculously fall in love with each other within like 2 weeks of just talking to each other for like 30 minutes a day, but whatever. Not going to get into that. But there was one thing that was hilarious, right? There was this one woman, if you don't watch it and you don't know her, but her name was Chelsea, I think it's Chelsea. And she said that, oh, yeah, my friends, like I can't, because you're not allowed to, it's against the rules to describe what you look like, because it goes against the whole purpose of the show.
Okay.
But she dropped a little nugget of information that apparently her friends think that she looks like Megan Fox. Now, again, if you haven't seen it, Google Love is Blind Chelsea, and you'll clearly see that not only is Love blind, but apparently her friends are as well, or they've never seen Megan Fox. She looks nothing like Megan Fox. And you can tell when she finally met the person face to face that she decides to marry, you could just see in his face, he was like, you do not look like Megan Fox. What the fuck?
So I've typed in Chelsea, only Chelsea, and it first thing that comes up is Chelsea, Love is Blind.
Boom. Check it
By the
out.
way, I have earbuds in, so Google couldn't hear us talk about this. And she just the one thumbnail where she's covering half of her face doing this. Yes, this woman looks nothing like Megan Fox. Just on that alone.
Yeah, they always lie to each other and say, "Oh my God, you're so much better than I imagined," and things like that. Which is just once I would love to see when they finally decide which they're going to pair off, and then they do this reveal where they stand either side of the wall, and then the wall drops, and they get to finally meet the person that they're going to marry. Just once, I would like one of them to be like, "Oh, fuck."
Yeah, I mean,
oh, you seem more interesting than you look like.
I see some Stephanie McMahon. I see some China, Joni Lawler, rest in peace. I see.
Also, Triple H would love it. I bet he's a big fan of Love is Blind. A mixture of his two previous girlfriends.
Comparison, and it's literally day and night. Yeah, and I'm not saying this woman is unattractive, but she is not Megan Fox, but not even by a mile.
You know what would be great if they put a fundamentalist Mormon on there, and he was like, "Yeah, I've come onto this experiment to find my 8 true loves," and he was just like proposing to all of them. That'd be hilarious.
That would be Mike. That's a show now. We just made that show. So get at us, Hollywood. Copyright, Waffle Box, Mormons in Love. What's the name of it, Mike? We gotta get this right.
Love is Blind. Mormon Love is Blind.
Mormon Love is Blind. Interesting.
But you have to get fundamentalist Mormons, because apparently I don't think in the modern Mormon church, I don't think you're allowed more than one wife anymore. I think they got rid of that.
I think you got a show there, Mike. I think you got a show there, and I'm happy to help you produce it. I don't watch too many of these dating shows. I hear the 90 Day Fiance.
They're normally
wild.
horrible. 90 Day Fiance is pretty good, actually. I will say that. Yeah. But like that Love Island and Too Hot to Handle.
Is there a Love Island? Because there was a Temptation Island. Is that? Are you thinking about the?
No. Maybe.
I mean, it's not impossible to be a Love Island too. There's a fantasy island. Why wouldn't there be a Love Island? I mean, okay, that's fine.
Basically, it's a dating show. It's on an island, and it's terrible.
Okay. So Temptation Island was awesome pre 9/11 because it didn't exist post 9/11. But then they tried to redo it on the USA Network, and they put it on the app. So it's there's no censorship on the app, so it's just completely raunchy. And like the one chick is like, "I'm gonna fuck your boyfriend." So I was like, "Oh, see, this kind of takes the fun out of it." There's a lot of will they, won't they, and what naughty thing is gonna happen per the Fox censors. Like that was fun, but then I was like, "Oh, you're just a hoe." Whatever. Where I was trying to go with all this though is Fifth Wheel. Are you familiar with Fifth Wheel? I don't even know if it's around anymore. Fifth Wheel is the best dating show, and you can gamble on it, which makes it even better.
Well, what's the synopsis of the show?
One guy or one girl goes on a date with 4 other people, and they all, as a group, they do activities, and after each activity they knock one off, like, so you're out of here. And just, it's 22-minute episodes. It's lightning quick, and you have 5 opportunities to bet, like who's going in, who's going home, and who's getting cut. And
so there's no gambling
so
on the
satisfying.
actual show. The gambling is just you watching it, betting
with
on
friends, of course.
Oh, I thought it was like Fifth Wheel. I thought we mentioned gambling. It was kind of like a roulette part to it or something, where it's like,
I'm sure that show exists too, but no. You get the boys together, you get the ladies together, whatever, man. Like, but you're gambling on which bozo is going home, and then you're like, I can't believe she did that.
Yeah, they're all horrible. But for some reason, Love Is Blind is like crack to me. I can't stop watching it.
Not a dating show, but Cheaters, equally satisfying.
Cheaters is a good show.
Wish there was one episode where it turned out we were all wrong. He's been leaving in the middle of the night, not to cheat on you, but he's at a senior care facility, and he's been saving up to buy you a ring. And
he's been like taking care of orphans.
Yeah, right.
That'd be great.
That would be great. It'd be one. You can only get one episode of that, but that would be great. It'd be a great episode.
It's just always like a part of the Big Brother situation, and like she still beats her up anyway. It's like, no, and then she goes to jail. End of episode.
Oh,
like that could be like the
I guess that could be
Cheaters Dog the Bounty Hunter crossover.
I don't know what that means, but that's okay.
Well, she beats up the wrong person, so therefore she has a warrant on her head, and then Dog has to bring her in.
Okay.
What a show.
What a show. I get, yeah, okay.
All right, last thing before we go to top stories, we're going to give a shout out to the wife. She came up with a fantastic brand name the other day. So when we had all the snow, so what I do, because the dogs, they're small dogs, and so they don't like going into the snow because they'll just disappear in the snow. So I have to like dig out some of the snow off the lawn, so there's some grass exposed, so they can walk on there and do their business.
Sure.
And then as we was waiting for the snow to melt, it's been on there for like a week or so. She says to me, "You need to dig out some more of this snow, because right now that's just a pathway of piss." That'd be a great death metal name.
Yes.
We are the pathway of piss.
I think I'm just doing the death clock theme now, but that's okay. That's okay. No, I'm 100% with you on this. Pathway to Piss. Great band name, Mrs. Fish.
Shout out, Mrs. Fish. All right, that's enough of our inane ramblings. Let's get into some organized ramblings as we voyage into the crazy, wacky world of news that was this past week. And this week's top stories.
It's now time for this week's top stories.
Bubbles. Harry Styles. You're familiar with Harry Styles, right?
I know him as an actor. I understand he was a boy band as well.
He was an actor. He was in the Eternals. He was in that war movie.
He's done the Eternals very much. He's
right. Yeah, he's like the post-credit guy.
Yeah, which will probably not get a movie now. No, he's I forget the name of the movie, but he was in a big thing with Florence Pugh last summer, and there was a whole controversy. Did he spit on Chris Pine? I think it's
was he in Dunkirk as well?
Yes, he was. Great memory. I couldn't tell you who he was because, goddamn it, they all dressed in World War II fatigues
and hardly ever spoke.
Yeah,
he was the guy running away on the beach.
Fair.
Running away on the beach, number 2. But yeah, he was also a rather successful pop star. And I think he still is. I think he still releases the odd song or two. But he was in the boy band One Direction.
Okay. I know that name.
But he had, as does many celebrities, he had the unfortunate run-in with what they call in the business a stalker. All right. And she was finally caught and appeared in court.
Okay.
Do you reckon that's why they named them courts? Because they got caught and that's where they go to be judged. And they call it court, but spell it differently, maybe? I don't know. Probably not.
No, anyway. But I get where you're going with this. And I could follow you down that hole and see like, ooh, do we disprove this or not? I'm going to say no initially.
It's always those weird questions I have. Like, for example, is a spoon a small shovel, or is a shovel a big spoon?
Put that on a t-shirt, or at least a bumper sticker.
Speaking of t-shirts, bunch of new t-shirts on the Waffle Box merchandise store. You should go there.
Say.
Yeah, go to enjoywafflebox.com/shop, or go to enjoywafflebox.com. You can find it all there.
That's exciting.
Yeah, we've got some. Got the Proceed shirt is now available. We've got
show me that graphic. Yeah, that's good.
The Die Hard. Now I have a water gun. Which I'm very proud of that. And
I was wondering what that was.
And for those Pokemon fans, also got the Teenage Mutant Ninja Squirtle shirt now available. Which is if you don't,
I don't think you showed me that.
If you're not a fan of Pokemon,
I think it's one of those things that got lost in the ethos.
Maybe.
No, I have like I did not see this one image, but I'm seeing it in my head, and if it's even half of what I'm imagining, like, well done, Mike Fish.
And also the classics like the Just the Facts Ma'am t-shirt.
Just the Facts Ma'am.
Which is one of my favorites, which hopefully will be arriving soon. But anyway, where was we? Harry
Styles, stalker. Boo.
So a woman appeared in court, charged with stalking Harry Styles by sending him 8,000 cards in less than a month.
Wow.
Now, if you want to do the maths on that real quick, right? So I did that. So 8,000 cards in a less than a month. So I'll just give a credit. Let's say 31 days in a month. So let's say 30 days.
Okay. Yeah.
That equals 266 cards per day, which on average is 11 an hour if she didn't sleep, which, let's face it, she probably didn't sleep that much if she's doing this. 11 handwritten cards every hour for a month. And she was like, yeah, this is normal behavior. He'll love this. I don't want to be my friend.
Obsession. Yeah. Wow.
Imagine a poor postman as well. Fucking hell, it's arm day again today. Jesus Christ.
Well, the poor postman, probably they probably just send an entire truck with the duffel bags. But still, I hear what you're saying.
So her name was Myra Carvalho, 35, from Brazil. Sent the 30-year-old from Brazil. So sure, 35
very
from
passionate.
Brazil. I bet she was probably
very passionate.
I bet she wasn't a bad looker either. Not to be, is that reverse? What do they call it? Reverse racism or positive racism? Where I'm just assuming she's a good-looking woman because she's from Brazil. I don't know.
I don't. Yeah, don't worry about it. Don't worry.
But if you are from Brazil, hey, how you doing? But yeah, so she sent the 30-year-old singer handwritten letters while in the UK, as well as ordering a series of cards for him online, which was sent to his address. Harrow Crown Court was told. So yeah.
You know that I like to keep my ear close to the ground, and I actually managed to get a copy of one of those 8,000 letters she sent.
Oh, shit.
It read, and I quote, "Dear Harry, I wrote you, but you still ain't calling. I left my cell, my pager, and my home phone at the bottom. I sent 8,000 letters back in autumn. You must not have got them. There probably was a problem at the post office or something."
Marvelous.
I mean, she knows he's a celebrity, so 200 letters alone is already difficult to read when it's from 200 people. But just from one alone, like, oh my. And then let's factor international postage in. Holy shit.
Well, she sent them
But,
while she was in the UK.
okay. All right. Well, cards are also not cheap. Like, I think like I don't imagine she's doing that box of 30 generic cards you get for people at Christmas time that cost you $4. I got a feeling like she's like, oh, he'll like this and he'll like that. And like, oh, we'll get one for
They're
the
all
dog's birthday.
definitely individual ones. There's no duplicates here.
Yeah.
You have to guarantee.
Like,
Each one has a little pubic hair strand, probably, because she's nuts.
Ooh, that's a lot of pubic hair, too.
Well, she's determined. But yeah, fair play. You want to get attention, you got to play the law of averages, like you say. If he gets, X amount of cards per day, if you're 266 of them in there, it's a good chance that you're going to get picked out once. It's like the lottery. You got to play the odds.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Where were the friends on this? Maybe they don't know. Or
Well,
they didn't know before now.
He goes on. So she had been staying at a backpacker hostel in Earl's Court, West London, having been in the UK since December. Her family did not know that she had traveled to the country. I like this story. Trying to distance themselves. Like,
It was pretty easy.
They don't want to get involved. Of the 8,000 cards sent, some were wedding cards. 2 of the letters were hand delivered to Styles' address. The court was told. Oh, so she's getting closer. She was getting closer.
Oh, she found him. Wow. This wasn't just going to like the random post office box.
So she found out. Well, now I guess once the hand delivered one started coming in, that's maybe when he was like, you know what? And so yeah. So I'm going to assume, because I did find out from a documentary, although this was in America, I believe. Technically, there's no like charge for stalking, like in terms of going to jail or anything like that. You can't get, unless there's like imminent danger or something like that. So if if you're just being really annoying, I guess the best you can do is like what's the word?
Cease and desist.
No, not
restraining order.
Restraining order. There we go.
Yeah. I mean, it's not illegal to send someone a note through the mail. So, and you can send them 500 notes if you want. It's weird, but like stalking is usually becomes a crime when like a breaking and entering has happened, or like, hey, I've told you 3 times now, please leave me alone. Stop following me from Starbucks. Then that's when the restraining orders come in and all of that stuff. But yeah, stalking it's a huge process. So, jokes on her. He's probably out here in California making movies now. I don't know, like what. Probably not at home at all.
It's probably his like housekeeper was like, oh, this bitch again. He's not here. Fuck off.
So I know you're tired of it. I'm tired of it. The Serb Squad's tired of it. But I heard Travis Kelce had to move because when he started dating Taylor Swift, Swifties were camping out on his front lawn. And then when he moved, like someone still knocked on his back window and went, "What up, TK? Let's hang out and talk about your girlfriend." Moving on from that real quickly, because whatever. Burt Reynolds, the late great Burt Reynolds, once declared that a stalker Federal Expressed herself to him. Like one day FedEx showed up and he was like, "Here's a big crate, Mr. Reynolds." He went, "What the fuck? I didn't order anything." And out popped a woman, like a stripper out of a birthday cake. And he went, "Oh my God." And that's where the story ends. Yeah, he did not confirm or deny if sweet lovemaking was had or if a call to the police was made, but that's the story. A woman shipped herself to Burt Reynolds' house in a crate.
Well, no, and Burt Reynolds around in his prime, I'm sure it depends on what she looked like, whether the police was called or if the giggity happened.
He seemed like a pretty loose gun, like
loosey goosey. Oh,
like, well, since you're here, it'd be rude to kick you out now.
Who wants a mustache
Dom DeLuise
ride?
for some reason is in the background going, okay, I'm done with my comments.
There you go. leave Harry Styles alone.
Yeah. Stop stalking people. It's weird, guys.
Weird. Just
cute when you're 12 in the 6th grade, but stop doing that shit once you're an adult.
Just whatever happened to in putting in your closet like a little shrine to them, a mural.
Yeah, don't do that either. Comes off.
I mean, it's still weird, but at least they don't know about it. Just be weird by yourself. Stop involving other people in your weirdness.
Have you seen the comic book where Darth Vader acquires a stalker?
No.
It's pretty amazing. I shall send you a YouTube link.
Oh, fucking sure again.
Oh no. He's kind of just in the background the whole time. Like he doesn't even notice her. No, he's doing Darth Vader stuff, but
they're still there.
It's such an insignificant cog that she's not on his radar. But she's just like, wouldn't that be awesome if me and Darth Vader got married? And like there's flash fantasies of them ballroom dancing and weird shit like that. And you know what? I'm gonna send you the YouTube link. But everyone else, go to Darth Vader stalker YouTube keywords.
There you go. Sometimes stalking can be fun. Next story. A Delta flight. Was it Delta flight? Yes, it was a Delta flight from Amsterdam to Detroit last week. Had to be turned around.
Oh no.
Now this might be. This is, one of those things where like, what's the worst thing you could think of? What's your nightmare whilst being on a plane? You could probably run off 1,000 things and then not come up with this one until someone mentioned it. You'd be like, okay, yep, that's it. That's my number one thing. So a flight from Amsterdam to Detroit was quickly turned around when maggots began to fall out of the overhead bag compartments. What the fuck?
What the fuck, Mike?
So upon inspection of the nearby overhead bins, flight crew aboard Delta flight DL133 found a, quote, improperly packed carry-on bag that contained rotten fish wrapped in newspaper. Like, what the fuck? Like, why are people like... The amount of times I have to... you can't bring that water on. It's too big. That's crazy. Oh, fish in a newspaper? Yeah, bring it on board. Bring it on board.
They're a little loosey-goosey outside of America when it comes to stuff like this. But still, like, fucking hell. Fish in a newspaper. What? Fuck you, fish eaters, man. Seriously. How do you not understand that shit stinks?
But it was obviously like,
and it's rotting.
It's right. It's maggots in it,
so it stinks more. Yes, maggots.
Like, what was you gonna do with this rotting fish? Oh, I can't leave it in Amsterdam. I have to bring it back to Detroit.
By the way, yeah, this bin is not over the original person's head. Like that asshole's like 3 rows down,
giggling.
Like, oh, there's a spot here. I'll put it right in here. Probably in Dutch. And then you're like, hey man, do you really need to? What's wrong with your overhead bin? That bin's honestly probably full, but still, like, and then like you're just sitting there trying to watch Fast X on the little TV thing, and then like a maggot falls on your hand. Like, what the fuck? I am so mad. By the way, I've done that. I've done a worse flight from Amsterdam. Like, assuming that this thing to Detroit was a straight shot, like. It's like an 8-hour trip alone, man. And then you have to go back across the Atlantic again, just depending on how far into it they were.
So the flight was less than an hour into its 9-hour flight. So when it turned around and went back to Amsterdam.
They're over the United Kingdom then at that point.
Probably.
Fucking hell.
But you said it might be a Dutch person. I'm going to assume it wasn't a Dutch person. I'm going to assume everyone on this flight was returning from Amsterdam because I just no offense. Or maybe there's a little bit of offense in this to Detroit, but I can't imagine there's anyone in the Netherlands going, do you know where I'd really like to go? Detroit. Let's pack our bags and everyone go on vacation to Detroit.
Well, I just said this person speaks Dutch. They can talk Dutch in Detroit, but not important. Not important.
Have you seen 8 Mile? Did any of them sound Dutch to you?
Sure. Emmen van Em. Duh.
It's just French. No, it's that's trying to do gold member voice. Well,
Like Kai Pfeiffer? That's
a fantastic freestyle, Eminem. It's gold. Sorry, the people of Amsterdam. Philip Scott, a Netherlands native who resides in Iowa. Fuck, would you Why would you move from Amsterdam to Iowa? What did you do? What did you do so bad that Amsterdam's like, fuck off? And you had to win at Iowa.
Wish you had to the cornfields of Iowa. That's a Twilight
The only
Zone
good
reference.
thing to ever come out of Iowa is Slipknot. And other than that, nothing. I can't think of it. Anyway, he said that women were freaking out trying to kind of fight off these maggots. And they found out there was a rotten fish in there. When the bag was opened, everyone immediately pinched their nose. Shit. That's got
especially in that environment. Yeah. Again, this is worse than cooking fish in the microwave at the office. Fuck you. Anyways, I hope this person was arrested.
Yeah, I don't know what the crime would be, but they should make one up for him.
Oh, it's actually it's an international offense, and it's taking food across the water. It's rotted. It doesn't matter. Fish might be on the accepted list, but rotted fish is not. So yeah, there's a federal penalty here or international penalty. I don't know. Someone needs handcuffs though.
They need to be buried under the prison.
It might be at least smacked around a lot with probably a wet fish.
And then buried under the prison.
Yeah, all right. I'm not gonna fight you.
Okay. So yeah, if you are gonna bring food onto a flight, can you make sure it's didn't die like 3 weeks ago, or you cook it? I don't know. I just want to know more to this story. Like, what was their plan once they get to Detroit? What are they gonna do with this rotting fish?
I got fish from Amsterdam, though.
And some bonus
I'm honestly
maggots.
Surprised the story didn't turn out like he's smuggling weed into the country through the rotten fish.
It's like the circle of life. You get a fish and you let it rot, and then maggots show up, and then with the maggots you can use them as bait to get even more fish.
Yeah, you can.
Wow, it's like a really disgusting pyramid scheme.
It's very disgusting. I'm disappointed.
Anyway, so there you go. If you get on a flight that stinks, check the overhead baskets.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I think I'd rather have the guy try to fight the guy over opening the emergency exit door over the Atlantic. Like, oh no. At least it's not rotten fish as I'm punching him in the face.
Yeah, sometimes you're not like a little breeze coming in. Yeah, open the door, fuck it.
Full drafty.
Or maybe more people are like, after this, they open that bag. So fuck now, open up the emergency door, Jesus. Let some fresh air in.
Yikes.
The pressure will kill you. It's the price I'm willing to pay right now. All right, that person didn't achieve anything. If anything, they should be buried under the prison, as I said. But now let's talk about people that did achieve things with their lives, and now they have a piece of paper from an Irish brewery to prove it. It's now time for this week's Dumb Record of the Week.
Why?
Why? Why would I? Why? Why?
Why?
Why?
Why? Why? Why would you want to do that?
This week's Dumb World Records takes us to Brazil, home
back
of
to Brazil.
Harry Styles' stalker. That's what it's going to be known for now. Oh, welcome to Sao Paulo, home of Harry Styles' stalker. So a pair of Brazilian YouTubers broke a Guinness World Record by erecting a 78.1 foot tower made from
foot. Gotcha.
78.1 foot tower made from popsicle sticks. Kush is so shocked he had a coughing fit. Ibere Tenorio and Mari Fulfaro.
Sure.
Sorry if I'm ruining it. Hosts of the educational YouTube channel Manual du Mundo, which I think something about world manual, maybe like
Manual of the World.
Manual of the World. Yeah. So they led the efforts to assemble the world's tallest popsicle stick structure in Sao Paulo.
Okay.
It took a team of 16 people to accomplish the feat.
Nice.
Quote, the most challenging part was to put the tower up.
Yeah, no shit, Sherlock.
Okay, yeah.
So
Thank you.
that,
It's obvious.
you know, the hardest part of this world record was doing it.
Yeah. There, yeah, that adds up. That math adds up. You'd be surprised how many people don't even attempt, let alone succeed. So yeah, they're all right. That was
I think more people should be dishonest. Like when they interview people at the end of like the marathon, they go, oh, what's the toughest part? Fucking 26 miles. Fucking hard. Just do it.
I stubbed my toe, and then I got a rock in my shoe. I don't know how that even happened, man. We're nowhere near any rocks, but a rock got in my shoe somehow. And I had to run on that for a couple miles. And then I stopped and but I fell back anyway.
Thenorio said it was too tall and had a lot of fragile connections.
Sure.
Yeah. If you're going to build a thing out of popsicle sticks, shit's going to be fragile. Not bad. And shortly after we got it up, it fell due to the wind.
Yeah.
However, luckily the measurements could be done just in time for them to get their record.
Oh wow. Wow. Fucking hell. Like, yeah, there's ladders and lifts involved in all this. Like,
why didn't they do it out inside?
Because it's 7 stories, man. Like, it's 70 feet tall.
Get a hanger, an old airplane hanger or something. I don't know.
No, they probably don't have access to one on the island of Brazil.
Oh, that's true. Brazil's not an island, by the way.
Oh, thank you. I don't know.
Geography.
I'm not good at geography.
We're Waffle Box. But yeah, there you go. Congratulations, I guess, to Ibere Thenorio and Mari Fulfaro for erecting the largest tower made of popsicle sticks.
Okay.
Well done.
A lot of times, again, we keep asking, like, how did they even think? I think this one is actually like, it's like, oh, someone made a statue, made a building out of popsicle sticks. I bet we could do one bigger. That's probably the easiest explanation.
It's a pretty good contender for the year-end David Rush dumbest world record of the year attempt, I think.
It's maybe the laziest world record, despite how much effort went into it. Again, like, a lot of these times, like, where did he come up with this idea? There has to be some amazing story, but this was just like, someone else did it, so we decided to do it. We had the popsicle sticks, we had the glue, whatever.
Although I think the 68 matchsticks up the nostril was pretty good up there. That might be from last week.
That was good, yeah.
Pretty good one.
But that's again in the category of, where did you come up with that? Like, did someone else have this record before you? I mean,
like, did you like? Maybe he got like an itch in his nose, and the only thing he had was like a matchstick. So he put the matchstick up there to scratch it, and he's like, "My God, how much room I've got up here? How many could I put in here?" And the rest, as they say, is history.
It sounds right. It feels right.
Feels right. It's just about right.
One of these days, one of these world record holders is going to let us know what happened. It would be nice if you guys did it sooner than later. There's 139 of these episodes.
Come on down. And then you can try, maybe you can attempt a world record live on this, but I don't know how Guinness would feel about Zoom. That'd be
amazing.
Like, can Zoom videos be used as evidence? I doubt it. Guinness World Record.
I don't think so.
Did you see they took away the world's oldest dog's title? They took it away after he died. They cowards. You waited till he died, and then you took away his world record. Piece of shit.
No, I did not know. I was not aware of this controversy.
Yeah, apparently they couldn't find the evidence that he was actually born when they said he was going to be born, but So they stripped him of his world record.
Lame.
Yeah, poor boy. Anyway, still to come on this week's Waffle Box, Land of Bad movie titles. Is coming up in this week's movie review and much more. But before we go, because we've got a middle of the show quiz, before we test your little knowledge, listeners, I'm going to leave you a little trivia question. On this day, which is Wednesday, 28th of February, for those keeping notes, on this day in 1983, which television show aired its final episode that was viewed by almost 110 million people? Answer coming up after the break.
In 1975, he became Hollywood's biggest star. And in 1978, just when you thought it was safe to go back in the water, he resurfaced. This summer, for the first time, the terror of Jaws will not stop at the edge of the screen. The all-new Jaws 3D, rated PG.
Now playing at theaters or drive-ins throughout the Bay Area.
It's now time for the middle of the show quiz.
Hey, welcome back to Waffle Box, episode 139. Before the break, we left you with some trivia. What TV show aired its final episode on this very day in 1983, which was watched by almost 110 million? The answer was MASH. Fun fact about that. All right, so I did some maths on this. And yes, it's maths, not math. It's maths, because there's more than one of them.
Learn English, motherfucker.
So, at the time in 1983, this was watched by 110 million viewers, which roughly worked out to be about 47% of the American population watched this episode of MASH, right?
This was still when we only had 3 channels in the United States, not including like your local affiliates.
Right. Sure. Whatever. Right.
Oh, fuck.
This year's Super Bowl, I don't know why I pronounced it that way. Super Bowl, Christopher Walken, watching the Super Bowl, was viewed by 123.7 million viewers, which is roughly 37% of the population. Ergo, Loretta Swit, who played Major Margaret Hotless Houlihan, more popular than Taylor Swift. Oh.
Okay.
Just the facts, ma'am.
Okay.
You can't lie. You can't lie with maths.
I was on Yahoo the other day. Yes, I still use Yahoo. It's the same thing as Google. Whatever. I don't care if it's a hundredth of a thousandth of a second faster. Yahoo does the same goddamn thing. Anyways, they have a trending topics thing, and it was the moon, something or other, Donald Trump, Taylor Swift. And because, again, the moon was at number 1, I had a slight chuckle because of Mike Fish's comment, what was it, 3 weeks ago now?
Was it on here or was it on Microdose?
No, it was the Waffle. Oh, geez. Yeah, that was the Microdose. Good for you.
Check that out if you want to go to
one of the strongest Microdose comments ever made.
Where again, I proved that Taylor Swift is less popular than the moon. So it goes moon, Loretta Swit, Taylor Swift. Taylor Swift's number 3. It's not bad, number 3. Not bad, top 3.
I'm okay with that.
There you go. Anyway, this week's middle of the show quiz, we're backing up with the Birthday Blackjack. Oh, baby.
Yeah, this is a fun gimmick. I like this one.
If you wasn't listening to last week's show, why? How this works is I'm going to give Kush 5 people that were born on this very day, February 28th. And Kush has to guess how old they are today. And then he has any wiggle room, he gets a point. So, for example, if they're 70 and he guesses 72, that's 2 points. And he has to stay below or on or below 21 to win the game. Pretty simple, right?
It's not bad. I did pretty well last week, but
you won. I think you got 17. Correct.
Sounds about right. But like you could
19. Oh, he was close. 19.
Like if Idris Elba comes up in this, I'm gonna be boned. I'm like, that dude's like 29 and be like, he's 54. Like, what?
Ah, Lathan, hit the music. So, contestant number 1.
Number 1.
Ali Larter. American
Blonde
actress,
lady.
legally blonde. She was in Heroes, and I think she played Claire Redfield in Resident Evil movies.
Okay, yeah, that's right. She is in those Resident Evil movies, and yeah, I know her from Heroes. She's also the chick who wears the whipped cream bikini in not Friday Night Lights, Texas football movie, Blue County Blues. God damn it, MTV football movie. Whipped cream bikini. You're gonna love it.
Good, fantastic.
All right. Geez. She is 40. A good looking 42.
We're so what's your final answer?
40. 40 years old.
40. So he gets 40. She is 48.
Wow. Good looking.
Starting off with an 8. Ooh.
Good looking 48.
Of course. Next one, number 2.
Number 2
is Pat Monahan.
I don't know that name.
He is the lead singer of the band Train. You don't know? Come on, I think they did like one really one. It was like one of those real popular songs. Like I can't remember.
See, this is what's gonna kill me tonight. So, Pat.
Do we give you a
32.
clue then? Like, should we give you a clue here?
Please, I would love a clue. I don't even know what genre or what year this guy was in.
So Train's like soft rock.
Okay.
Pop rock.
Sure.
And they started.
What year was their biggest hit?
Oh, the biggest hit was in 2001.
32. He's 32 years old. I don't know. I don't know. I'm at a huge disadvantage there.
So you're going with Harold, sorry?
32.
32. And his biggest hit was 23 years ago. So you believe he was 9 when he released his biggest single.
Sure. He was a Disney prodigy.
32. Unfortunately, he's 55, so you're 23 out. So that means you're up to 31 already.
Yeah. I think this is what I was talking about, but I don't even know that name. So it was against me. But the rules are the rules. We've definitely lost, but let's just go. Let's go further because this is fun. I do like this game.
Let's see what score you're going to end up with. Right, number 3.
Yeah,
Number
please.
3.
Okay. Number
167. No.
Kelly Bishop. American actress who most famously starred, for me at least, as Baby's mom from Dirty Dancing. She was the mom of Baby. No one puts Baby in the corner.
Yeah.
I think she was in other things. She's obviously a big actress, but that's why I know her from.
So I know there was a mom in Dirty Dancing. I don't remember what she looks like at all, but that was 1986, and she was at least 40 back then.
So yeah, it's 1986. So what? She's probably 12 now.
No,
onto your math.
She doesn't go backwards. Mr. Math Professor, not maths professor, Mr. Math.
Multiple
with your lift. She's got to be like 78. You know.
78 official guess. She's 80. So you're only 2 out in that one.
See?
So you're up to a lot. I don't know.
A lot. Game's over. It doesn't matter.
Number 4.
Number 4.
Number 4.
Japanese professional wrestler Masato Tanaka.
Is that the Rainmaker?
No, that's
a different
Tanahashi.
Guy. That's Tanahashi, of course.
Masato Tanaka. He was in. I think he was towards the back end of like ECW. He had a big feud with Mike Awesome, if I remember correctly.
Oh yeah. It's amazing that man is still alive. Jesus Christ.
Barely.
Yeah. So I missed the original Mike Awesome and Tanaka first 2 fights, but I saw that bullshit at ECW's One Night Stand in
just hit each other with the head. Yeah, just teach over the head
They
with shit.
just
Like
really
horrible
concussed
stiff
each other
chair
with the
shots.
chair shots all night long. 12 minutes of chair shots, guys. Like, you get hit with a chair once, you'd be dead. Anyways, congratulations, my sir. I'm gonna say he is 65 years old.
Did you get 65?
Yeah.
Shockingly, 51 today.
Okay.
51.
Yeah, I hope he makes it to 65 and past. Fucking hell.
So that's
Yeah, those like I've
There's
seen plenty of
14
death
out.
matches. I've seen plenty of death matches. That was one of the most violent things I've ever seen in my life.
final one, number 5.
Number 5.
John Turturro.
John Turturro. Okay.
American actor, most famously, for me at least, played Jesus in The Big Lebowski.
Yes.
He liked
That
to
guy's
kiss
like
his ball.
53.
Did you guess 53?
5'3".
He is 67 today. So, Jesus Christ, I'm going to have to get a calculator out for this one. So,
You know, once we lost in the second round, you know, yeah, I'm surprised. Surprised I got the mom from Dirty Dancing so close.
yeah, that one wasn't too bad. And Ali Lara wasn't, that could have been a strong start. But yeah, unfortunately, Birthday Blackjack with a score of 61. Kush Hayes.
That's super bust.
This week, I'm afraid you're a loser.
You lose.
Bang. It's what it is. Get out of the casino. At least
Boy,
we
if
know
we
you're
ever-
counting cards.
We absolutely needed that Mario death scene where you just go, and then falls. Yeah, that was dramatic, dude. That was a devastating loss, but it's still a fun game. There's a lot of awesome in this game when I know who the hell we're talking about.
You're 1-1 for the 2 weeks we've been
1
doing
and 1.
this. So,
All right.
yeah,
All right.
could be worse.
All right.
Could be worse. All right, it's now time for a little bit of relaxation now, because now we're just going to pit 4 celebrities against each other in the fight of the death match in this week's Celebrity Battle Royale.
Let's get ready to rumble! We are halfway to piss.
Nice segue. That's a
Celebrity Battle Royale. Let's throw it back to an early part. Yeah, this is where we take 4 celebrities, put them in the ring. Kush has to decide in which order they're eliminated and who's crowned this week's Celebrity Battle Royale champion. Fun one this week because we actually have the viewers or listeners' choice, whatever. We put this poll to the Twitter sphere, find out who they would pick. So let's see if Kush agrees with them. Because the fun fact is here that Kush no longer goes on Twitter, so he definitely hasn't seen the poll results. Last week we did celebrity dogs. So I thought we'd do a little bit more theme.
yeah.
So we're going with celebrity bears. Ooh, celebrity bears.
This is gonna be hard. There's not too many of them, so this will be hard.
So in one corner we have hailing from, I don't know, Winnie the Pooh. Winnie the Pooh.
Oh.
That boy like honey. In corner number 2, Fozzie from Sesame Street.
Never mind. Go on.
This number 3, hailing from Boston, Massachusetts, Ted. It's that bear Ted.
Okay.
And this number 4, hailing from the state park, and he's stealing everyone's food. It's Yogi Bear, Yogi Boo Boo. So Winnie the Pooh versus Fozzie versus Ted versus Yogi Bear. Honorable mention. Originally, I was going to put Baloo from Jungle Book, but let's be honest, he would just destroy everyone. That just doesn't make it fun.
Yeah, I mean, Baloo would have been the strongest of.
He's a tough son of a bitch.
As a 5th member of this match, he would have killed everybody in this. So I understand.
It's kind of like putting Pee Wee Herman, Mini Me versus Brock Lesnar. Like, what? Why? That's not fun.
Yeah. No, analogy's a little rough, but I get it.
Although apparently word on the street is allegedly, if you ever get in a fight with Brock Lesnar, just show him a video of someone urinating and he'll get distracted and he can run away.
Oh, okay. I don't get that reference at all, but okay.
This is throwback.
I'll be sure to keep a piss video chambered at all times.
He apparently he liked the what the woman in peace.
What's with you people? Honestly,
look it up.
When did just fucking a woman become boring? What the fuck?
All right. Anyway, Winnie the Pooh versus Fozzie versus Sesame Street versus Fozzie versus Ted versus Yogi Bear.
So there's a little teddy bear in there, and his name is Ted, and he's a stuffed animal that is beyond animatronic. He's fully motion capable, brought to life by a miracle and a wish. And unfortunately, Pooh and Fozzie both find him adorable. And it's not a gay thing. They just like teddy bears because they both have teddy bears. So guess what? They actually get into a tug of war over Ted, and they split him in half. And poor Ted dies right there. And that gives Yogi the opportunity to slam them both in the head with a picnic basket, causing them internal bleeding, and they both die. So Yogi Bear is the winner because, hey, boo-boo.
Hey, boo-boo!
It's a big, just obnoxious jar of marmalade in there. I don't even think that's Yogi's thing. That's Paddington's thing. But Yogi will eat it anyways. So he's now so upset that this marmalade is all over Fozzie and Pooh that he eats Fozzie and Pooh.
He eats Pooh.
He eats Pooh. Pooh's made of honey, so it's okay.
The funny thing is when you said they find Ted adorable, not a gay thing. He's just a cute teddy bear. Which is just teddy bear is a gay thing.
Okay. Well, in this case, we're actually talking about a literal teddy bear.
So,
but it's documented that Winnie the Pooh has a teddy bear, and Fozzie the bear has a teddy bear. That's documented.
If you're a larger man with lots of body hair, apparently that's known as a teddy bear in the gay
community. Okay, learn something new.
Makes sense, right? This makes sense. Just facts, ma'am. Latham.
Just the facts, ma'am.
Get on this, Latham. What's wrong with you?
And
you get an AI body and you just forget how to use the board. You now have working limbs, sir.
See, this is why right. You need. This is why we as a world need to, break down these barriers and get to know. This is why gay. You should have gay friends. You get to learn all this kind of information. Like you have to tell you the bears, and then they didn't specifically say it was this, but from what I can gather, basically the opposite of a bear. Like where it's a skinny, hairless, innocent-looking thing is a twink.
Okay.
I don't know where that word comes from, but because bear can make sense. Big, hairy man, bear makes sense. Twink.
It's a hostess. It's a hostess product. Twinkie.
So it's why? Maybe that's it. Because Twinkies are small, sweet, and full of cream.
The gay community is one of the few communities that have taken slurs directed at them and like, no, that's what I do. You call me a Twinkie? Yeah, I'm a twink. I don't know where this sass just came from. I've seen that enough times. So yeah, they're again one of those communities that can like take a negative and flip it into a positive for them. Although I think if you and I say twink, it's offensive.
Shout out to Miss Elliott.
Anyway,
Rock and Roll Hall of Fame member, Miss Elliott. Whoop. Whoop. Come on, you're not familiar with? You sure you're familiar with Miss Elliott's work, right?
Oh, Miss Elliott, you're saying it weird.
What am I saying?
You're saying Missy Elliott, but with your dialect. and these earbuds, it sounds like Miss L.
My teacher, Miss Nell, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame member, Miss Nell.
Miss Nell.
She used to teach me math.
That's all right. We'll teach you English one of these days, sir. It'll be fine, and you'll do well. As opposed to good, you'll do well.
Anyway, it's time for Kush to shine as he takes us down a cinematic journey as he reviews a movie in a segment that we like to call Kush's Movie Review.
Kush's Movie Review.
Yes, welcome to Kush's Movie Review. This week's Kush's Movie Review is Land of Bad, where it's a place where all poorly behaved dogs are stored. And he's like, you're a bad boy. You have to go to the land of bad. No. It's like the sequel. It's a spin-off to All Dogs Go to Heaven.
Okay.
Where it's called Some Dogs Go to the Land of Bad. Bad boy.
You know, that would have been better context than what this movie is. So we're talking Land of Bad. It's actually a pretty hard R. It's a lot of melodrama until we get into like real drama and like some gratuitous violence. And those parts are few and far between, but when they're there, we're like hard R. It is
Pirates.
1 hour and 53 minutes. It is directed and written by a man named William Eubanks, with a co-writing by David Frigerio. Excuse me. This stars Mr. Russell Crowe. And by the way, the poster is kind of deceiving. Russell Crowe is, while he's in this movie, he's not in this movie with the rest of the cast. There's him and this one lady, and they're on an off-site base 10,000 miles away from where this action is happening, and they're just monitoring the entire movie through a drone camera. Like it's this weird. The movie is a weird commentary on modern warfare, which made me go like, "Oh, this could be the Call of Duty Modern Warfare game." Way better title than Land of Bad. We'll get to that in a second.
Maybe that's what they were trying to do. Maybe they were going for, we're going to make a Call of Duty movie, and then they just didn't get the license of it. It's like, fuck, it's last minute. Land of Bad, they'll do.
So if this was Call of Duty Land of Bad, yeah, okay, yeah, that would have worked. It still would have had Call of Duty. You'd be like, well, it's kind of related to the video game, but then like, what's Land of Bad? Maybe this is a whole new video game spinoff. Anyways. We'll get to that in a minute. We don't get just one, we get two Hemsworths. We get Liam Hemsworth and a new gentleman I have not seen ever, but is apparently the oldest of the Hemsworths. Luke Hemsworth is in this.
Ooh, fancy.
Everyone knows Chris Hemsworth, Thor. Everyone knows him. So when we're talking about the other now two, I got a little confused. I honestly thought, before I wrote the notes on this, Luke Hemsworth was the main protagonist. Turns out it's been Liam, the youngest, which is not a problem. I just got my Hemsworths mixed up, so I just want to get that out there. Also starring Milo Ventimiglia, who was also in the aforementioned Heroes TV series with Ali Larder.
It's all coming together this episode. It's like almost like we planned it.
Oh, almost. I think this is just called serendipity. But anyways, no one knows what this movie is. I've seen no trailer for this. I saw no marketing for this. There was a Mystery Monday movie, and we record these on a Monday, so I don't go to too many of those screenings. But again, like for $5, you can go see this movie maybe twice a month. That we're not going to tell you what it is until we turn the camera or turn the projector on. And Land of Bad got one of these, and everybody who came out of it seemed to enjoy it. Guess what? This critic, enjoyed Land of Bad. There's some slow parts. There's some meticulous parts. It all leads to a thing. The plot is I don't even think they're Navy SEALs, but they are that elite group squad that has to go into the jungle, and they have to rescue a fellow member from another unit. And they think he's at this one drug dealer's site in the Philippines, but we're not entirely sure. So we're doing some surveillance, and for whatever reason, we brought a drone guy with us. So again, we got two people hanging out in an office in Las Vegas, and we'll get back to them. That's Russell Crowe and his other lady partner. We'll get back to them, but for whatever reason, they brought a guy to come out and monitor stuff on his cell phone from the drone. Again, I don't know what's going on with the radio, but eventually a very known terrorist shows up to this guy's mansion and murders everybody in front of this elite squad of military people. And they're like, I don't know what to do here. We were prepared to kill this guy, but now we have to kill these other guys, possibly. Oh no, now they're shooting at us. There's a lot of dialogue in this about like, hey, man, just trust your training, trust your instincts, trust the equipment we've given you that is very basic. Don't rely on the fancy tech and the drones and all that, because, well, guess what? It's alluded to, and then at some point, oh no, sorry, Liam Hemsworth, your drone's offline. We can't send a missile in there to protect you guys.
No.
It's stupid, but in the best stupid way possible. You're just like, they projected that. They telegraphed that was going to happen. So we get into all this stuff. We're like, how good is the new technology? And is it, Liam Hemsworth makes this little monologue like, I believe our tech is saving lives. And they're like, the whole squad has now been dead. Sorry, spoiler alert. Poor Liam Hemsworth is on the run at some point, and just every mean Filipino person off the coast is gunning for his ass. And at some point, we get the drone back online. It only has 4 missiles. It doesn't have a machine gun. We get our hero back to the LZ for extraction. That's landing zone. Guess what?
Just the facts, ma'am.
Mercenaries have been following him all day long.
Oh, those damn mercenaries.
And rebels and everybody with a gun has been following him all day long, and so they're just shooting the shit out of that helicopter and like, sorry, you're on your own, Liam Hemsworth. We gotta go. Again, this is it's a fun movie. It's very dramatic. It's well directed. The action is pretty good. I think they lean into a few too many Zack Snyder slow-mos, but it's a good shot. They're good shots. What else? Yeah. So at some point, Russell Crowe is, invested in the mission. Him and his lady partner are like, yeah, look, man, I know this is supposed to be an 8-hour shift, but my guy's literally being fired at. You can't switch shifts on me right now. And at first, the colonel or whoever his superior is just like, yeah, okay, we'll let you ride out a couple more hours, but then man, eventually you're just gonna get exhausted. And eventually, too much time does pass, and they do have to replace Russell Crowe. And guess what? It's Russell Crowe. He's a big fat 60-year-old. I'd probably lose on the birthday poker on that, but he has to do this shit where he's just like, November Echo 629er, and they're like, all right, look, dude, you've been here for 14 hours. All right, we are obliged to tell you to go home. Also, his wife is 10 months pregnant and in labor. This is a thing that is in the background. It never comes into play because at some point, Russell Crowe, after being dismissed from his position, we get a whole montage of him going grocery shopping. He's walking around the Whole Foods getting stuff for his wife. Meanwhile, Liam Hemsworth is being drowned and tortured and just getting the shit kicked out of him. And for every 5 punches, then we go hey, by any chance do you have this vegan cheese artisanal? like, oh, got that right for you here, buddy. Here you go. There you go. Like, punch.
And then he's watching Wheel of Fortune.
No. A whole set of circumstances happen where finally a phone call from a tortured Liam Hemsworth is made to Russell Crowe, and he's like, oh my god, I gotta get back to base. Abandons his shopping cart in the middle of the line.
I hate people to do that.
Well, this is a special circumstance, so we're gonna give Russell Crowe a pass on this. But he runs to his car. By the way, there's a countdown timer happening.
Oh,
where we've got 2 minutes before the American bombs come in and kill everybody, terrorists, American soldiers, etc., etc., etc. Everybody's gonna die within 2 minutes. Runs to his car, escapes the parking lot, drives like 6 miles down the road or whatever back to the office, parks the car, runs past some MPs who are like, is that Russell Crowe? I don't know. He just ran past us. We couldn't clear him. We're just gonna let that go. It makes them time to go like, cancel the bomb. My guy would not have gotten out of the Whole Foods parking lot in 2 minutes, and we're supposed to believe this happened. So look, I'm not gonna let you know if the bomb did or did not make it. I hope I did not ruin the movie for everybody, but I had a great time with this. No one knows this movie exists, so I feel like...
Well, I'll be honest, when you text me saying you was going to review this movie this week, I thought at this point you were just playing a trick on me. I thought you just made up a movie.
It sounds like something a 5th grader made up. I'm going to make a movie. Land of Bad.
It's just bad men.
It's a land of bad men. There's context for it, and it is not any better. I just told you, like, this takes place in the deepest, darkest parts of the scariest parts of the Philippines, and you'd think they were like, yes, we're going into some deep bush here, and roughly translated, land of bad or Badlands is where we're going. You'd think it would be something kind of obnoxious like that. No, there's a guy on the squad, and he kind of thinks Liam Hemsworth is a punk because he's brand new. He's not wrong, but then he gives this whole thing about like, yeah, man, fuck your cell phone and fuck your drone technology. Like, we rely on our instincts, we rely on our training, we rely on our experience and our fucking guns. So welcome to the land. He's got a tattoo. Land of bad. And I was like, fuck you. That's dumber than Russell Crowe shopping at the Whole Foods, man. It happened. It's one of the first things that happens in the movie, and I was like, wow, they went there, huh? Fuck you. Yes. So, terrible fucking title. It's up there with last year's Plane, which, again, by the way, great goddamn movie. I would love to see Plane again, and I cannot wait for the sequel, which will be Ship. So, maybe something with the stupidest title has a lot of promise, and we should look more into it. I don't know why more people aren't talking about this. This is a fun war movie. I mean, we're going to get into a movie later in the post show, the best review. We're like, we've seen this subject so many goddamn times. Do we need to see this? Is this a new take? And in this case, it's no. We've seen soldiers stranded in the jungle, in the foreign jungle, and up against all odds, and maybe they survive, maybe they don't. They usually survive.
And they won't get better than Predator. That's why they bothering trying.
Yeah, then they keep trying to reinvent the wheel. But this is a great movie. I really enjoyed Milo Ventimiglia. He plays the squad leader. Fantastic. I want to see more mighty Milo. More just gruff, just weathered Milo Ventimiglia. Just like, hey, what's wrong with you? You follow me. You stay on my 6. You cover me whenever I need you. Follow these signals. Like, I'm just like, all right, yeah. Where's this guy come from? I like this.
Sounds like he knows what he's doing.
Yeah, it does. Again, Russell Crowe it's a weird character. He literally phoned this in. I ain't mad at him. I don't know why he needed to be in this, but again, like, anyone could have played Russell Crowe. You're happy to see him. And again, it's nice to see that there's a third Hemsworth out there. I honestly thought it was our protagonist for a second, but he was fine playing a secondary character as well.
Bless him.
So 4 out of 5, if I didn't make that clear. 4 out of 5. I enjoy this. It's a low 4, but it is still a 4. Not better than the movie, not better than the Bob Marley movie, but hell of a time. No one's talking about it. Go see it. It's not going to be around long.
There you go. Land of Bad. Subtitle No Man Left Behind. 4 out of 5.
Yeah.
Check it out. But that's wrapped up this week's show. Sorry, I got a little bit distracted by the blind and deaf dog decided now would be a good time to wander about. And so I'm kind of like, is she going to head? What is she going to headbutt now? What's she going to headbutt? She's all right. She found a bed. She found a bed. Crisis averted. Okay, so let's wrap up this week's show. Make this feel all warm and fuzzy with this week's feel-good story of the week.
It's the coolest fucking story I've ever heard in my entire life. That's insane. Can I hear it again?
This week's feel-good story comes to us from Plantersville, in South Carolina.
Okay.
Who would have thunk it? So Fred Allen Smalls, aka Gramps, was born February 5th, 1918, in the Plantersville area of Georgetown County, South Carolina, but unfortunately had to leave school after the 8th grade to move to Washington, D.C. to help support his family.
All right.
Now, thanks in part to his granddaughter, Badella Kinney, who worked for over a year, Gramps has now been awarded an honorary high school diploma by Georgetown High School.
Okay, I'm sorry, but before you continue what I'm sure is going to be a very heartwarming story, can we just point out that Gramps is an incredibly lazy nickname to give to an old dude? This is why this country is going down the shithole.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, he's not wrong. Gramps, land of bad. Creativity is not very good in this week. Anyway.
What are you going to do?
So Gramps, he was awarded that diploma at a graduation ceremony attended by more than 100 people, with speakers including District Superintendent Keith Price and Georgetown Mayor Carol J. Rowe. He has also become recently a social media star, with Badella, his granddaughter, documented him on TikTok while he watches his favorite sports and spends time with Bella, the family dog. So congratulations to Gramps, who by my calculation is 106. Jesus Christ.
I don't know if I want to live that long, man. Honestly, I know humans are evolving, and so like again, like someone who's 48 is looking like, hey, pretty good for a 48-year-old, but like eventually you hit 68 and you still have the problems of a 68-year-old.
So I'm about to venture into 39.
Yeah, 39 wasn't bad.
So I'm kind of like thinking, right, should we just do
when
this?
I was 39, I was still
should we
telling people I was 40 because I was just like, I just don't care. Like I started doing that at 38. I was like, just whatever. I'm 40.
Yeah, not to be too morbid, but once I hit 39, 40, I'm kind of already planning that. All right, let's do this once again, and that's it, right? There's like 80 seems like a good. After that, surely I'll get bored, right? I'll be like, oh fuck.
You'll be irritated. You'll be irritated for sure by everything.
That loud noise. Look at this, kids. Yeah. This isn't music.
You'll
put that
be
Skrillex on. That's real music.
Things, and then just be like, they're going to say something offensive to you, and be like, "What the? I just told you to pull your pants up."
I don't understand. I don't understand the shit the youth is saying now. Let alone in another 40 years.
For real. No cap. Busting for real.
No caps done. Riz.
Ooh, spicy.
I don't know what Riz means, but I know it's a thing. I don't know what Riz means.
I think Riz is like a machismo thing
Ooh. Like what Scott Hall had?
By the way, but that's okay. It's probably... Oh, there you are.
No, I thought that's maybe I just don't think I was moving. I was frozen by the thought of
that's a new
being Rizzy.
Since we've changed the settings over here in the future home of Super Bowl 60, I got my first internet is unstable message.
What?
Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
It's weird. So anyway.
Well, I haven't seen the thumbs up in the corner yet. That's good.
Yeah, thumbs up is missing for a while. I think that's usually. I literally think that is the operating system of this device we're now on.
Oh, because it was obnoxious. Well done. You got a decent connection. Well done. Oh, are you good? Thumbs up. Fuck off. Mock me. I swear.
Computer clearly does not like us talking shit because it froze you there. Let's get out of here, man. Before we lose the show.
Good job I'm recording this because of the beautiful people of the Search Squad probably heard every single thing I said and it was hilarious. Probably the best thing that's ever been said in this episode and 139 episodes. They're going to be like writing stories about this. They're going to be telling their grandchildren, we're going to get around. Let me tell you that one time that Mike said something on Waffle Box.
The village children will be singing songs of your tale for many generations, Mike Fish.
Yep.
That is just a fact. That is
they'd be like children and pets named after me because I'm such a legend.
Yeah.
And statues. Probably statues.
Maybe a figurine.
Like
maybe a Funko Pop, but not a statue.
What about like a 3 foot tall one?
Like a little Buddha thing?
No, yeah, like buy like a what the fuck are they called? A little like fountain where I'm like comedically,
cherub.
Yeah, where I'm like urinating.
Are you urinating or are you?
Yeah, like in the waters. The waters. No, I'm maybe both.
Urinating?
Maybe both. I don't know.
Oh,
I'll leave it up to them. They can decide.
Yeah,
I don't want to be egotistical and decide where my statue urinates from or pisses at or whatever.
I'm going to say it's a custom design, but yes, that will happen.
Or what about a bit of uniqueness? They'd have to turn the water pressure up a bit to make it look good, but it's like the statues of me slightly bent over with like a face on, and the water's coming out of my asshole. It looks like I have like horrible diarrhea, like that.
No, decline.
Stick to the urination.
Hard decline. Not even a polite decline. Hard decline.
Cheeky urination. We'll do that.
No, we're going to cancel you actually to keep this up.
Damn it.
We're going to call you Fecal Fish if you keep this going on, man.
Hey, the legend of Fecal Fish. In 2024, the townsfolk were banished after Fecal Fish ate a bad fish from Amsterdam. He had maggots.
So he ate himself? Fecal fish?
He's a fucking cannibal. What did I say? And he got what he deserved because that diarrhea was fucking violent. Oh my God. He deserved what he got. He got what he deserved. That's what I'm saying. So we commemorate the great day when Fecal Fish got what he deserved with this statue where you can clearly see the violence of that diarrhea. Never seen diarrhea like it.
I don't know what this accent is, but it's got a fluffy beard, it's got some bifocals, and it's got a pipe as it's exclaiming and pointing to the children with every inflection. That's, yeah.
I don't say this to scare you. I say this to warn you. Because if you don't learn from the past, you're bound to repeat it. And I don't want you eating fish with maggots in from Amsterdam because you'll be shitting everywhere. Violently.
End scene.
So there you go. I don't know what town that is, but I look forward to.
Yeah, again, I don't know what this accent is, but this is. I think we just built a character here. Again, he's wearing overalls. He's got a pipe in his hand, and he's constantly just gesturing the entire time, just like I'm telling you, you eat that fucking fish with the maggots.
I mean, it could have been one of those characters where it comes back recurringly, but for merchandise props, I don't think I'm going to design a fecal fish T-shirt. Maybe we'll just keep this one on the pod.
Your dad would be very disappointed.
Yeah. Papa. Anyway, let's wrap this shit up. Boo!
I don't want to fry.
Just add a fish. And I'm shitting at my ass. Where else would you shit from, weirdo? Anyway.
Get shit for your mouth, but get out.
That wraps up episode 139. A very interesting episode. We've taken a journey. Yeah. We've grown together.
Again, 139 of these. This was this is more different than the last 138.
I'm guessing 140 next week's gonna be wild.
That's what we do. That's just how we get down.
That's how we roll. Kush, you do podcasts as well on the side. Yeah. You cheeky monkey. What we got to look forward to on the old BuzzNet family microdose this Friday?
Well, tonight was number 139 of the Waffle Box, but this Friday you're getting number 187 of the microdose.
Oh, you think you're better than us, do you? Huh? Because you got more?
Yeah.
Size don't matter.
It's going to be a more lethal episode because we got Caesar Black, Pro Wrestling Hall of Famer.
I've heard of him.
And we're going to talk nonsense. It's already been recorded. It's a bunch of nonsense. But we have fun. We do a lot of laughing. We might have had a couple pops like old men. So check out number 187. That's the California murder code for murder, Mike Fish. That's a whole hip hop thing. So number 187 with Caesar Black, microdose this Friday.
I learned that from professional wrestler, the notorious 187 Homicide.
There you go. It is a homicide.
What was funny is so he used to have a finisher called the Cop Killer. And then
that's not going to play too well on WWE TV.
Well, and then so he signed with Total Nonstop Action Wrestling, TNA.
Probably didn't get better there.
And so they thought, okay, yeah, we're on national TV now, and we can't really have a guy with a wrestling move called the Cop Killer,
especially out of Florida.
So let's rename the move. And all of a sudden, he was performing the move, and it was proclaimed as the Gringo Killer. Which I mean, I guess it's technically better. I guess, but is it? I don't know.
So Gringo is foreigner.
Yeah. So
it's the foreigner killer, and no, it's no spoiler.
Yeah. Anyway, there you go. Yeah. Fun fact: history about wrestling.
That movie would probably kill a person. But whatever.
Huh? Whatever. I mean, it was a pretty... Anyway, bottom out.
187.
Make sure you follow us at Waffle Box on Twitter. We're on other social media networks, but... Shit. I'm at Only Mike Fish. You can find him at Kush Hayes
on the Book of Faces
on Facebooks. And you can even follow Lathan at Producer Lathan on Twitter. So it's good night from me, good night from him, good night from Lathan. Say good night to the fam, folks.
Don't be upset that it's over. Be happy that it happened. We'll see you next week. You stay classy, San Diego.
Marvelous. And until next week, take care of yourselves. And each other.
That's all, folks.
Pay me off, Johnny.